Mythbuster. Peanuts. Are peanuts really awful for you? Peanuts come up a lot. There's a lot of different reasons why people would say that they're not that great for you. Here are my thoughts on peanuts and what we know about peanuts. What do we know about peanuts? One, non-organic peanuts tend to be grown on fields that are also rotated with cotton. What does this mean? This means that the year that you're not growing peanuts, you are growing cotton. Cotton, as you guys might know, is not a food product. What that means is that those that on the cotton fields, you don't have to have the same requirements in terms of the pesticides that you use. So that means that there is potential for some pesticides to be present that wouldn't be allowed in regular foods and used in food production. This is why I always recommend sticking with organic peanuts. That way you know that they're not going to be grown on a field that has also been used with cotton. There's going to be better requirements in terms of the pesticide use. So organic peanuts is a great way to go. And because, again, of those pesticides used with the cotton. The other reason why peanuts are sometimes get a bad rap is, as someone mentioned, there are a lot of allergies. If you do find that you get a little itchy, you don't feel good when you have peanuts, then obviously, please stop eating them. They're not for you. I am not sure what it is specifically about peanuts that make a lot of people allergic to it, but the fact is that it is here, so if you feel like you might, then that's not good. Are they moldy? So a lot of you might have heard that peanuts are susceptible to this thing called aflatoxin. So aflatoxin is a toxin that's created by mold that tends to grow on things like peanuts, grains, beans, and other dried goods. Basically, it happens when things are not properly stored or hang out in warehouses for a really, really long time. We do have a way to monitor to see if things do have aflatoxin in them, but it can get a little funky. You know, there's always slip-ups. So the beans and peanuts, by the time they get to your house, should be very low in the aflatoxin scale. They're doing stringent testing, especially when things are coming in from outside of the U.S. Dry roasting can definitely help so that that toxin is not as present. It's another reason why I really promote, first off, again, buying high quality, potentially or definitely organic peanuts. That's going to help you out there because a lot of the organic peanuts are going to come from the United States. Definitely buying ones from Virginia, Texas, local or seasonally available peanuts is awesome. I also really like to do either grind your own peanut butter, the ones that you kind of like see in the store, or making your own peanut butter at home. I think that is a little bit of a gold standard. That's nice because the thing is that when you're selling someone a peanut, you have to have a beautiful peanut that people want to eat. If you're selling people peanut butter, you don't have to have a beautiful peanut that people want to eat. There's much more chance that that peanut is going to have discoloration, disfigurations, maybe there's some bug damage, any of that kind of stuff, because it's just going to get ground up anyway. No one's going to notice. That's why I go for buying those whole peanuts, grind it up yourself at home, and then you don't have to worry about some of those issues. I think that's a really important thing that plays in a lot with a lot of different products. Don't eat Jiffy again. Never do. Jiffy is going to be low quality. They water it down with some oil. They add a bunch of sugar. No bueno. Some fresh, beautiful peanuts. Grind them yourself. Add a little bit of honey. If you need some sugar, add a little bit of salt. You will never want to look at Jiffy again because it tastes so dang good. So I would try either grinding at home. If you don't have the right kind of food processor to do that, definitely try the grind your own at a grocery store. Give it a try. Super fun, super fresh tasting. No Jif, no Skippy. Oh man. And Nancy asked about PB Fit. So these powdered peanut butters. I am actually not a big fan of the powdered peanut butters, and here's why. They go through this process to defat them. So the reason why they're PB Fit and like so healthy for you is that they're like stripping away the fats off the peanuts. This is a pretty big, a pretty intense processing mechanism, and it's not all that cool. So it's just a big process, and I don't personally like to eat that myself. I think the peanut itself, you're going to get a lot more of the actual nutrients, much closer to a whole food than this PB Fit powder. I also found, I mean, personally for me, I found that it kind of really disrupted my stomach a lot. I didn't find it sat well in my stomach. So that's a personal issue. I don't know if that's because of the process or something with me, but I think it's worth it to check out really how do you feel after you have it. Do you actually feel good? I think it's worth it to have a satisfying bite of peanuts or peanut butter to get that good fat in there with it, to get all of the wonderful nutrients that come along with it rather than the stripped down version. So I'm not huge on PB Fit personally. People really like it, especially because it is that lower fat, the high protein. It sounds really great, but the processing is just so intense. I mean, it just is a really intense process, and it strips away a lot of the nutrients and a lot of the benefits that you get from having just a raw nut, a raw oil. Like things like vitamin E, really important vitamins and antioxidants are going to be stripped away because once you start heating things up, the vitamin E is degraded. So, myth number 2, are peanuts bad for you? They are not bad for you. Stick to your organic. Try to make your own peanut butter at home if you have a food processor, or just go for grind your own. Try to find fresh, locally available peanuts whenever possible, and try to stick to the whole peanut, not to your PB Fit or powdered peanuts and peanut butters. Definitely, when you grind yours at home, you can also add a little bit of honey if you need a little bit of sweetness. So a little honey, a little salt will go a long, long way. Send your questions to me. You can send them to me via Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Happy Healthy Sam. And also, there you have our free Facebook group, Happy Healthy Humans with an S at the end of it. You can always join the group there to ask your questions and we can answer them live. If you need, send me an email, sam@BeHappyHealthyHuman.com. We can always talk further. It's great to be here with you guys all. So if you want some more in-depth coaching talking about your individual needs when it comes to nutrition, health, wellness, energy, productivity, and just living a happy life, send me a note. I would love to work with you guys. You guys are a fabulous, amazing community. Thanks, guys. Bye.